Hello, my name is Jessica Camacho, and exactly 1 week ago today I had an SVT catheter ablation. I'm making this video because when I was researching the topic on YouTube, I could not find too many videos, hardly any, dealing with this topic. So here goes. Basically, I am a nervous wreck before the procedure. I'm an anxious person. I'm a mother of two. I'm 28 years old, and I just tend to be a worrywart. So having a catheter ablation was absolutely terrifying for me. I want to say, don't feel that way. Goodness gracious. If I look back on how silly the things that went through my head, I thought, this is it. I got to write goodbye letters to my family. I have to do a lot of crazy stuff. And how silly, honestly. It was such a breeze. The reason I'm really making this video is to bring some awareness of some of the feelings you may feel after the ablation. Because I found so much research in what they're going to do and the catheters and all that good stuff. So this video is to focus on worrisome feelings you may feel after. Quick synopsis, I've had SVT for 10 years. Not very frequent. I don't get it all the time, maybe 2 or 3 episodes a year. Sometimes I would go years without anything. But my last couple SVT episodes were pretty harsh on my body, and they would make my heart release troponin, which is a heart enzyme that your heart releases when it's stressed out, and that's not a good thing. So, and my heart rates would always be 250 up, so we figured this would be a good thing for me to do. And after a lot of praying and thinking and debating, I said, okay, let's do it. So the day of my surgery, I go in within an hour or so. I'm getting wheeled into the room. I'm crying because I'm dramatic and I'm scared. They gave me a little bit of the sedation drug that they give you during the process. They gave me a little bit ahead of time to calm my nerves, and it worked like a charm. And then they even put on my favorite genre of music, which is country. So they had that playing the whole time. Doctor came in, they gave me more of the sedation because I kind of zoned out. I thought I was awake the entire time, but looking back, there are some definite gaps. So I woke up, or really came to, when my heart was beating hard. And it wasn't an SVT, it was beating like I was running really fast. I'm very active. I love to run, so I know that feeling. It was a little more than the usual running. It was probably up to good 200, but I couldn't go into SVT because my heart's very stubborn. That probably won't happen with you. Most of the time, it's a shoo-in, my doctor says. He says, I go in there, I start the SVT, we find it, we play with it, we ablate it, we try to restart it, we can't, we call it a success. With me, that's not the case. They had trouble getting it to start. Instead, they found some irritable parts in my heart. They think I have the AVRNT. And so they saw some irritable tissue that when they would mess with, my heart would beat irregularly. So they ablated that, and once they started to ablate that is when I went into SVT. So it's a safe bet that that's where my problem was. However, again, my SVT didn't last very long. It stopped after 10 seconds, which they normally don't stop at least a half hour, so that was really frustrating for me. But they ablated what they saw and what they could, and they can't for sure tell me it was a shoo-in or slam dunk 100% success, but I'm keeping the faith that they got it. If they didn't get it, then, that's life, and I still think that at least I tried. I don't regret it at all. All of the anxiety and the drama and the stressful things that I put myself through before the ablation is just, I want to go back and shake myself. So this video is so you can mentally shake yourself if you are feeling scared. Yeah, it was so easy, and after my procedure lasted 2 hours, and afterwards I had to lay flat for 6 hours. That was annoying. Because you just want to sit up, or you want to eat, so you want to do all sorts of things. I still managed to eat because I love food, but yeah, so after the 6 hours, I just went about my, night. My husband was there with me, and I had to stay the night because that's the way my doctor does things. He likes to have a constant recordings and stuff through the night, and they take your vitals and blah blah blah. So the next morning I was released, and that was the first time I really got to stand up. I walked to the car. It was then that I noticed the skipped beats, which I've had skipped beats and PVCs before the ablation, so they don't really startle me too much. I get them while running sometimes, so I'm kind of a veteran with those. They're not troublesome. What scared me was palpitations. And I mean like beating of the heart. I could feel it beating hard. And it would happen if you get excited, mad, happy, scared, sad, you name it. Any type of emotion to my heart would be like, and it wasn't short-lived, and that was the most troublesome for me, is if I was standing at all, um, it would start to beat fast and then it would just stay there. And it wasn't very fast. I'm not talking SVT fast. I took my blood pressure, which was stayed normal. I have low blood pressure. Um, but my pulse was about 109, 112. And that's not too alarming, but when it stays that way, and I felt 100% before my ablation, um, great, resting heart rate, great blood pressure, all this stuff. And so to feel any type of weirdness after when you previously felt healthy, I was like, oh my gosh, why'd I do this? I just gave myself some type of lifelong condition, and this was an elective surgery. I'm an idiot, and I was extremely upset. I called the doctors and he was like, well, we can put you on a beta blocker. And I'd never taken beta blockers before. That was the whole point of this surgery, was that I would never have to. So that made me extremely emotional and made my palpitations even worse. And my doctor called me on the phone and was like, you need to calm down. You're going to make your body feel worse. Your mind is stronger than any pill, anything that you do. So I basically calmed down. I had a Xanax for when I flew with my husband, so I decided to take one of those. And my heart was still beating when I stood hard, but obviously the Xanax helped me not worry so much. It lasted for about 2 days like that. So if I was resting, I would feel okay. But the moment I was up and moving, it would start with the tacky beats. And I had to just keep mentally telling myself, your heart's irritated, they burned parts, it's a little inflamed, you're going to be okay. And yesterday was the 5th day, I noticed it started to decline. Yesterday it declined more, and today it's a week. And I feel almost 100% back to normal. I do get tired easily. I'm going to take one more week off of work just because I can. And I'm also a nursing student. I'm a waitress, so it's kind of a busier lifestyle, mom of 2. So I'm just trying to let it heal up the best it can before I hit the gym and all that. But I just want to let you know that these feelings that you may feel after, they're completely normal. Please don't be like me and freak out and assume these things, and it just makes your body so much worse. Yeah, I was looking desperately. I was on so many blogs and forums and YouTube videos. I just wanted to hear somebody say, I felt kind of crappy for the first few days, and I couldn't. I just kept finding videos going, it's been a week, I feel great. So here's my, it's been a week, I feel great, but I want you to know that I was scared because I did feel all sorts of weird things. But it's like your heart's such a strong muscle and the body's miraculous and it heals. So do not think anything's permanent. Not unless it continues for months and months on end. But even then, some people say that they have issues for a couple months after because it could take 3 to 6 months, just do the surgery. It's worth it for us to have a chance at not having this annoying arrhythmia. SVT is not life-threatening, but for some people it makes them pass out. For me, it made my heart stress out way too much to release troponin and stuff like that, and I don't regret it. I'm really hoping we got it. If not, I know I tried, and the ablation wasn't bad at all. It was a great learning experience. My incisions are cake. You can't even tell anything was there. I showed my husband, and he seriously was like, where? And I'm like, right there. You don't see, and it looks like someone took a pin and just said, that. Like, they're that microscopic. It's pretty cool. So that's my video. Don't be scared. Don't be scared for any weird sensations you feel after. This too shall pass. Just remember that. And good luck, everybody. I hope this video helped with someone.